I'm going to explain about the Python project machine learning, which is called the heart disease prediction. This is basically done on a data set which consists of 13 parameters, where the first 12 parameters represent the training and the final parameter represent the classification part. This is a binary classification program. So first we'll look at the data set. The data set consists of several parameters like age, sex, CP, chest pain, then resting blood pressure, serum cholesterol, fasting blood sugar, resting ECG, maximum heart rate, exercise-induced angina, ST depression, as well as the slope and the number of vessels and thalassemia factors. This is used to predict whether there is disease or not a disease. First, we are importing all the libraries. Then data is loaded. Then the data set is explored. Exploring the data set gives different parameters. Then we are checking whether there are any null values in the data set. Since there are no null values in the data set, it is very good. Then we are checking for the unique attributes. Then we are performing exploratory data analysis of the distribution of the features, and several plots are plotted. This gives a much more opinion on the data set. So the next age distribution based on heart disease is given, which is used to check whether what age heart disease is very frequent. Then we are also checking the heart disease frequency according to chest pain types, then blood pressure distribution and heart rate, cholesterol distribution, heart disease frequency according to the blood sugar, and so on. We are checking for several factors. Then we are performing the model training. Before performing the model training, we are checking the correlation matrix to check whether how all the data points are correlated. Then a model is built. Here 25% is kept for testing and 75% is for training. First, logistic regression model is used. It gives 76% accuracy. Then KNN model it gives 75%. And support vector is used. It gives 79%. Then I have used the random forest classification, which also gives 79%. Then decision tree is used. It gives 72%. For all these models, the random forest model performs the best. So we are taking it by the model and saving it as a pkl file. This has 79% accuracy. The pkl file is then loaded into the front end to print the to give a very interactive output part of this program. Then we are using it to create a parent end using Flask. And Flask, first we are creating the app.py and we are obtaining the data from the user using a form. Then we are doing prediction using the loaded model. The loaded model is saved as a pkl file. Then there is a prediction.py file which is used to perform some scalarization techniques of the input, which to make it fit for training in the machine learning model. Then a classification report and accuracy is printed. So this is basically the prediction model. We're also designing two HTML pages to provide a very interactive form which can be interacted by the user. In order to install this project, first we need to give after downloading the project, we need to do pip install. Before that, we need to create a virtual environment first. For creating a virtual environment, we need to press Ctrl Shift P. This gives prompts Python create environment. We will be using Python 3.8 64-bit version for this project. Then we are giving create a VNV. Since I already created an environment, I'm using use existing environment. After creating, it will show this the following environment is selected. Then we will be first installing the requirements using this command pip install -r requirements dot txt. This command is used to install all the requirement files. Since I already installed, I'll go to the running path. Then Python app.py is given to run this program. This will start a server. You can copy this link and put it in Google Chrome. So this is finally the output part of this program, from which is run using the front end using the command python.app.py. So first age is entered, then male is given, chest pain type, resting blood pressure, cholesterol, all the values are filled. Then the filled values are used to predict whether the person is having a heart disease or not. So after giving predict, it says that you have chances of heart disease. Okay, so this is the output of the project, and thank you. We are able to classify whether there is any heart disease or not.